Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you all are joining us from around the world tonight. Guys, let's fight. Peace and power. Boots on the ground. A very good evening to the folks of Linden. We got some bridge problems there we're going to be getting to in just a little bit, but good to see each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from, share the light. But rock and come in, good folks. Do that for us. As we come on, guys, share our broadcast. Smash that emoji button, folks, and guys, partner with us as well, because without your love, your support, and your generosity, we can't keep it on, folks. And here's how you can do so.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight! All right, so nice. We almost did it twice. Karen Black, good to see you. Everett Small. The folks joining us from the Netherlands, Mr. Hamilton, good night and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Folks, the Netherlands in the house. Believe it or not, we got to ring the bell one time, especially for those joining us from the Netherlands. Good to have you. And Pamela, I want to say a very special, very, very extra special good evening, guys, to Pamela, the wonderful folks like Pamela who help to keep us going. Folks, day after day and month after month. Pamela from Barbados, you know yourself, Pamela. Thank you so much, you and your beautiful, lovely daughter. Thanks for your generosity. Thanks for your kindness. It means a lot. It means a lot. And, you know, I wish I was better prepared for meeting you. I had sprayed up and dolled up. But I was out in the fields all day working when I met up with Pamela and her beautiful daughter. And such lovely souls. Thank you guys so much for your love, all of your support and your generosity that keeps helping us day after day, folks, week after week and month after month. I wish more folks can be like Pamela. I wish that more people can be like beautiful Pamela, folks, but we are happy that you guys are here with us. You know, you got a lot of things happening out there. A lot of things happening out there, folks. We got the fight card set. A lot of things. Linden got some bridge problems. You all know how the PPP stay, ain't it so? And you all know how the PPP stay? Just so. And you all know how them boys stay? Just like that. Trench crappos, jagabats, tadpoles, and cricketers. That's how they are. That's how they are, good folks. Yeah. One day we heard some very glowing things quite recently from Shaquawn Alleyne when they were in Linden, signing that contract, turning this up for the new bridge. But by the time they leave, it's right back to square one. You know, they tried to fix that bridge. It was in a bad shape when Shaquawn Alleyne was there. And they ended up making the whole thing worse. Now, you got some planks running across the bridge. And then you have some metal straps to hold it in place. Somebody who went too far, build the straps big. We drove over that bridge recently, and it's good up, and you got to slow down. No, you can't have an efficient system running there and cars moving back and forth with efficiency with a kind of bridge like that. Come on, we got to make it right. Well, who tell the people of Linden to raise that as an issue? We heard a learned minister won't have it, and he told them a thing or two. You know, folks, the People's Progressive Party Civic, they got a 3-step problem-solving methodology. A 3-step is the 1, 2, 3. A 3-step process. First, right? Let's draw a circle around the problem. You all remember in Rumvelt, they had a hole on the road. They don't want to fix the hole. They draw the line around the hole. Around the hole. This is a jail. One a jail. Around the hole. Love a big hole. They draw a circle around it. And then when you see, you start making a little noise, they come and erase the circle. They come and they erase the circle a little bit. You see? And if you make a little more noise, right? If you make a little more noise, folks like Melanie and Claudette and Roxanne and Ingrid, you see, you make a little more noise, right? Make a little more noise, then only then Kyle Bino, them boys can come and fix the problem. But you gotta make the noise first. Bring it back. It's only so. You gotta make the noise first. And we have seen this over and over and over and over and over. Here's the 3-step. Pop, pop, pop. The 3-step. We see it all the time. What we can tell you, we can't lie to you, precious folks. That's how they go about doing it. So right now in Linden, with this bridge situation, these big metal straps, if your vehicle a little low, you're in trouble. Your tires, in trouble. Couldn't we just fix it? Couldn't we just all get along, in my Rodney King's voice? Can't we just all get along? Yeah? They don't want it like that, folks. And so we spoke with some of the folks there in Linden today. You know, citizens, we spoke to an average citizen, we spoke to the deputy mayor, we spoke to some of the drivers. Couldn't we just all get along? We got to fight for everything, man. All my life I've had to fight. All my life. Folks, take a look. And take a listen. It's the opener. Trouble in Linden with the bridge. Take a look. Take a listen.
Last Monday, I was at the bridge, preparing to cross to go to town. It took me 1.5 hours before I and other passengers in the car could get to cross the bridge. Instead of 10 ports, 50 ports to cross with the light, it's only 10 could cross at the time with the light. It's slowing up business completely in the community, and even to the drivers could say that they're losing, and this is the only source of income. We have done the depressed community, and they're taking it away from us. It's not easy.
Yeah, well, I was the main portion that talking to the minister, but since last Monday, call him and tell him concerning the straps, the metal straps on the bridge, were affecting us in the slow movements of traffic and wear and tear.
It's kind of irritating to drive over it.
Yeah. So he tell me that he sending his engineer from the public works department to check the matter, and then he got to report back to me. But he never called. I called him yesterday. So he told me that the engineer don't check the bridge and it was okay for drive over. So I tell you, driving over is not the problem. The problem is the wear and tear of the vehicles and the long time we take. And he tell me that yes, we just want to speed cross the bridge. So there's the only problem we get. So I say yes, there's a problem with we ain't getting to make enough trips so we normally make. He said this is how we concerned with. So no driver can tell an engineer what to do. So I know you could get it scopes of work from the region. They ain't get none because we checked it. So as a resident, I could make claims that the work can do properly. We talk to the contractor engineer, the people at Nissel and Linden, nobody in Linden basically can't do anything about what's going on right about now. So the minister telling we plain that he ain't care nothing about me, and we got to accept what he do because an engineer we don't live in Linden, we don't drive on the bridge. Tell you that
The bridge already.
the bridge already. So we got a problem with them. You even go further as telling people that you replace with tires and the damages to people with bumper and so nobody get a direct money where it was to get. A tire is between 12 to 16,000. My one is 16,000. I only get 10,000. The other driver's bumper is about 30 something thousand. Only 15,000 they get. There's just a repair. So there's some of the problem. You tell me that they're gonna pay we for a day. You tell me when we write in for the money for the day. You tell me that if you got pay we every week. We want no one out from nobody. We want to work in peace. If you hamburg, we supposed to get paid for it. Simple as though. It's not each pocket. You go in a push your hand and a pay we from your own pocket. So he ain't got no business to tell we whether he could give we money or not. He's supposed to give we. So there's just my quiet right about now.
All right, thank you.
My thoughts. So
normal flow. I mean, before you bridge in, before you do the repair, there was a problem. But we have to work with it because we still get it for, moving on and everything. But now the time is that you can take over the bridge now. If they're more land over that. The time you got to take over across the bridge, the traffic is slowing up. You understand me? And plus the damaging your time. Guys, I get damaged tire, me jump down there. But 3 days now. I know like it's not look after the guy don't make money because the bridge is slow. Being able to get now money just have to make. Understand me? So put up there.
When you're using the bridge, what's the usual turnaround time to make a trip and back?
But where you can go the like when I
Ordinarily, how much time you spend to go and come? How much time is taking you now?
Sometimes I got the president there for a while now. The line. Sometimes the line is still at both sides. You got a whole lot now the bridge you gotta wait. Right, and the people working at the bridge there, they so sometimes they just walking on one side, when you go on the side, they taking land, close and they close. So they make control the bridge properly, man. Right, and the lights they make no sense. The lights make no sense. It's a delay in everything. And we are we feeling it a lot. We got to go now. We get to make some more. Find that we got to get a lot.
I got the issue today, and it's been for please 2 weeks. The bridge, the Wismar to McKenzie Bridge. That's the history presently right now. We're coming to work. Come back $100 when the day comes, and the bridge didn't give me no justice. The people who control the bridge in high authorities didn't give me no justice. From ground floor straight up to public court. No justice. Mr. Rutherford, last Thursday, we went to the bridge, we had a little meet with you, a little talk. There were 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we give you a word on Wogan up. The word we get Monday is that car drivers can't control engineers or can't tell engineers what to do. And the bridge is fine with this. It's unacceptable and we can't work on any condition. Hour and a half in a 5 minutes drive. Hour and a half to make a 5 minutes drive. We can't work on any condition. We've been doing nothing.
Hour and a half, bye.
That's all I got to say. The bridge is the problem. That's all.
We move just now. I got to pick up and he came down. Telling me, he came down. You won't pick you up, I can't drive out, sir. It's okay, telling me.
Being getting smooth and it's really affecting residents of the people reaching to work late.
Yeah, I know anything I said, that everybody has slow.
It's been a lot of it. And we'll be back together. Even with the sponge cast. And those are me. It's like driver over 10 years. And this is the first time this is my this is my idea. This is the job. It's not, and this is the first time I see right now is getting the bridge fixed.
For those persons who don't know, when did this problem start here at the McKenzie Wismar Bridge?
Well, it started about people like 3 weeks ago, like when they fixed that, when they tried to fix the bridge. And since then, problems.
So there was a problem there, and they tried to rectify it.
Yeah, the bridge, well, normally, like fixed from now and then, but this is the worst time to fix something. Make it move worse. It's not just like you fix it. It's make it worse for everybody, not just for the driver, but for the whole community.
I think it's a rather unfortunate situation that seems as though every time we're to acquire something proper in Linden and Region 10, we have to stand and fight the PPP for it. Somehow, to me, it doesn't seem as though we're counted as regular citizens of this country, and that in itself is an unfortunate situation. The issue was raised about the immediate faulty engineering that was done on the Wismar-McKenzie Bridge just prior to the president's visit when he was coming here to turn the sod. The drivers and residents shared their concerns, which by now should have been addressed because those are simple engineering adjustments. On hearing the cries of the drivers and other members of the community again, I think it tells a story that the government in its present state feel as though the people of Linden and Region 10, that primarily the ones that use the bridge, are not worthy of whatever should be bestowed on us. It's hard for us as a community, I as a driver myself, to have to squeeze our own people. But this is the only thing it seems the PPP understands. People are affected, and it is unfortunate, I'll say again, it is just unfortunate that we have to reach to this level in order to get the government to move. I think with all due respect to the people, to the mayor and town council, to all the folks in Linden, if this government had one iota of consideration for the people of Linden, the simple adjustments would have been made to that 3 or 3.5 inch, whatever, however high it is, on the midspan of the bridge to facilitate the smooth functioning and flow of the commuters here in Linden. We deserve better, and better must come to our people here in Linden and region.
Yep, love what he said there. That is Councillor Norris King at the very, very last, the very, very end there. Why is it when Linden got to get anything, you always got to fight for it? That's the question of the hour. Why is it when Linden got to get the blessings, you always got to fight the PPP and the 3-step solution for problem solving? Why is it all our lives we've had to fight? Why is it? Not no come easy for we. Everything's a struggle. You got to protest. The people see the bridge, the way they fix the midspan there with that metal strap, it's not good. Can we just fix it? Well, if y'all want to fight, let me fight. Let's fight. Look, story here now. I don't know if y'all remember this one. I don't know if y'all remember this one. But I'm happy that some justice is being done. You remember Izwe? Well, let's get to find you. Remember, you ran away to Suriname when they found that young woman's body, Charlotte Dover, brutally murdered in Linden. Oh, we advantage in Linden. Advantage in my born tongue. Well, in Nab Izwe in Suriname. You remember that? Young woman, the whole life ahead of her. One mixed up, cook up story. Like Izwe is swinging to every side. 3 years Izwe elude law enforcement. Well, the Surinamese caught up with him today. The Surinamese caught up with Izwe recently. I hope this family, Charlotte Dover's family, the young woman in Linden, can begin to get a sense of closure for their loved ones. Get a sense of closure. You see, when we put up that 12-story building there and break down, we can solve these issues faster. 3 years Izwe eluded the authorities. 3 years. Telling us when to put up the big building, the 12-story building. In Big Dam, Randy Cole, Jan Gilzandi. Jan, what are you doing to your people there in Linden? Spurley. Spurley, thanks for the thing. Here's the chase, Bantu King. We're going to put up the 12-story. The 12-story there, folks. In Big Dam, we're going to be able to solve these things much faster. It's not so. After all, we've had a $1.146 trillion budget. I should be testing some of y'all. But actually, the silver was in national budget this year. But they didn't finish because you know they're coming back for supplemental. July, August, and then in December again. But the budget, what does the national budget, Emily Durant? Emily, I talked to you before. Look, girl, I see you on the live. Good night, Emily. Auntie Sandra Hanover, I see you as well. Brenda Bailey, we see you too. Yolanda Thomas, good hi, looking. I come from somewhere, you know. I got an auntie named Sandra Hanover. Beautiful soul. Orin Barker, I'm so happy. When we build 12-story police station, we gonna find out is who killed Paper Shorts. Gun him down outside Palm Code. Right? And maybe we can prosecute them when we build the 12-story. The young lady who had built the policeman, right? Dalrymple, maybe then. And then you got the other one at finance, who knocked down the young Babishan teacher and killed him. Never saw a day. And a police station, much more court. Those things will take preeminence when we build the 12-story. When we build the 12-story, you better brace it over. You better brace for that, Edward Brooms. You better brace for that, Dolly Anderson, Andrew Griffith. You better brace. You better brace for that. A lot of crime going to start solving just like that. Sue Jurong will finally be brought to justice for slandering and libeling Jack Dio. You know what I'm telling you? Brace it over for the 12-story. Things will start to happen once you get a 12-story. That's what's holding back the whole thing now. We do the whole thing. Once you get a 12-story, you're going to start seeing this pedestrian pace at which ropes and men move. Oh, that's going to quicken his step. Bigley, that's going to quicken his step. Emily Durant, Leon Logan, the light one, brace it over. 3 years. 3 years. Some non-entity, fool and jerk, killed a young woman. 3 years. He eluded authorities. How we can catch the big fishes like that? How? When we get the 12th story, that's how. Donna Miller, Isabella Butchers, Raquel Gentle, when we get the 12th story, we can start solving these things. Brace it over, no man. Brace it over. You think there's one thing wrong with this country? They've got some things wrong with this country. The 1.146 trillion can't fix. Emily Durant. They've got some things in this country that 1.146 trillion cannot fix. Roxanne Bess, Emily Durant, Kwesi out front pass. Listen, we gotta go somewhere for some people in this country, you know. We gotta go somewhere for them. Michael Andrew Coates, we gotta go somewhere for some people in this country. They got some problems. 1.146 trillion rather, you see. This is customs you can't fix. Too much wickedness in this country. 12 story can't fix some problems. How 12 story going to fix corrupt policemen? How 12 stories going to fix that? We didn't forget what Dion told us. Huh? Who killed Paper Shorts? We know a life gone on. Who killed the Henry Boys? 12 stories can't fix that. No stone unturned. We should be ashamed. Annette Cummins, we should be ashamed. No stone left unturned. Both mothers have gone to the great beyond, and we're no closer to getting justice. Both mothers. That doesn't confront us with shame and indignity, but it's who know who. And more people get by because they can be bought with proceeds from the 1.146 T, capital T, because it can be bought. You're weak. Some of y'all better run away. Run away. Like Ashley. He didn't have the courage. And some of y'all don't have it neither. You're weak, you're giving. Right? You sell out for 13 pieces of silver. Richards and Chase Green sell out. Weak. That's what they are, weak. You can look at your political rivals. Take a page out of the book. 28 years, Jagan in opposition. You know? But he held firm to the courage of his convictions. Weak. Brace it over for some of them. Weak like Ashley. And run away. Some of y'all better run away. Brace it over. More body cameras coming. More body cameras coming. We get into a police state, you know. We get into a police state. Cameras all over. Cameras all over. We get into a police state. The police said they're going to procure more body cameras. Who's watching you? Why do you want to come in your bedroom like that? More body cameras. You know, you could have all of that. You could have all of that. You could have all the CCTV cameras in the world and then picking up the right things. I know the whole thing. Them picking up the right. You could have all the TV and CCTV. You then pointing by the living room. Right. With Sue Durang, and Sue handles all the agreements. He gets all the support. The CCTV camera needs to be pointed there. And still you won't see. So them boys getting more body cameras now. The police say that is North Korea. King Jong-il is North Korea 2.0. They're coming here back to see where you're cooking. Remember when they were sharing out the COVID grant? It's only left to ask for blood and a stool sample. Those were the only thing outstanding. It's Wild Wild West. That's what I'm telling you. We listened to Mr. Jack Dio just recently, last Thursday, talked about the CCTV cameras. Oh, yes, they got a master plan to spy on you. You know, they say that those who can do, they like watch.
We have a master plan for improving security in the country, security. So we need to do that. We need better trained police, which we're working on separately. But we also need a whole range of facilities and technology and upgrade of the environment. You need that building, and you need, which would be a central police station that can do a large number of things, not just policing. But have you gone to like Scotland Yard? I've gone there and seen how operations are done. The central police station, it might be 12 stories high, but it would be the nerve center for crime fighting across the country. And in a modern environment, we have to support, the technology will support it. It has to be bolstered by good quality forensic labs. We're already putting in security cameras with facial recognition software. We're working on a biometric project that would allow us to know every person in Guyana, every criminal in Guyana who has a record, we can pinpoint where they are at any moment in time. Through facial recognition software, we'll be able to track every person who comes into our country who overstays their visa or anything else. All of that being worked in at different pieces. So it is not just a building we're putting up there. It is a plan we're rolling out. So that has to be done, as well as upgrading all of our police stations across the country, as well as better equipping them and ensuring that we use technology for better security in our country.
Yep. You heard it, there's a plan. They got a plan. It's not just a building. It's 12 stories of a master plan. But are we going to get there? I see somebody says 12 stories of corruption. And I want you to know, we got some good policemen in the bunch. They're trying to corrupt them. But we got some good policemen and women in that bunch there. See, but you got something the 12th floor can't solve. You put 12 floors in the living room. 12 floors in the living room, you know, corruption will go on there. We don't have an independent police force who can see that as wrong and start an investigation. That's the problem with this country. That's the problem with this place. Them boys getting more about the cameras. I want to go and stand up by the living room. That's where I want our brothers and sisters in the police force to stand by the living room. Let me see who going in and who coming out. You got a whole entity go invest in investors. Got to go in the living room. 7%, 10, 15% consultation fee. Corrupt. Corrupt. We said it here first. Corrupt. Corrupt. Brace it over. Brace it over for information, folks. For information. Look, story here now. Like I fed up. I love me some Digicel. I love me some Digicel. And GT&T is the kind of country we got. Since Digicel, hold on, GT&T, come here. Since Digicel came to Guyana many years ago, I've never had to change my Digicel phone number. Some of y'all done went through, but 50 numbers already. Y'all got all kind of lives and escapades. I'm proud of myself. That's why I tell you the story. Never had to change my Digicel number once. You see? And it took me a long time to get a second number. See? But all these plus and plus you hear it and big and so on. He got to read down to the benefit of the consumers. He got to read down to the benefit of the consumers. Look, the service we procure to give you crisp coverage. Sometimes we wonder why we paying all this money. We don't know the difference. 50 mg, 500. Hey, I don't know the difference with the service I have now and dial-up. You all remember dial-up? You remember this song we used to make? I don't know the difference. Soon as I click, this is lightning speed. Folks, I tried the plus, I tried the negative, I tried the addition, the subtraction. Right? I tried all kind of how. I tell them, bring it in a bottle. You can bring it in a flask. You can bring it by the river. Submarine cable. Digicel lands. It's new submarine fiber optic cable. I'm happy for Digicel. I'm happy that when we go some of the far-flung places, I don't know why GTNT getting left behind like that. You can't get GTNT. It's Digicel. Folks, I hope this 1.146 trillion budget brings some changes in this country. Remember when we were in Yarakita? On the border with the Venezuelans, just before that referendum, you remember that? We learned that the police don't have no communication at the station. So they got to leave the station and ride down the road by a cell tower. And then your problems and fix them, you know. No. When these things happen, it's the beginning of sorrows. You got to position yourself now. If the Venezuelans is no good for themselves, they will leave us alone, you know. Bantu King. If the Venezuelans will know what's good for them, they would leave us alone. I was coming down these banks just this afternoon. If you see this big hole, the Larry hole, I've got nothing on that. When I saw this hole, I said, oh God, I wish I had a jail number. I said, boy, rock and come in. Right? If the Venezuelans ever try me, or you carry them, I'm going to send you the coordinates. You get them a flingings on the East Bank Road in that particular section. Yeah? The whole army. 12 floors of pothole. The whole army would sink in that pothole like Pharaoh in the Red Sea. Right? That hole would swallow 12 floors like nothing. That hole would swallow the Venezuela like nothing. We don't care how big the big. We got hole could take anything in this country. And that hole I saw on the East Bank. That hole would swallow Delcy, swallow Maduro. Yeah? They're big for the hole. Venezuela got a hole like the hole I see on the East Bank. Right? I barely spotted it in time. It's my spread get quick in. I make a beeline. Barely miss it by Oh no. You see? Missing. You know it's a big hole I fall in. It dawned on me anytime them boys. Venezuela know what they're asking for. We lost them in 12 floors. Battlefield, well, name, sir. You carry them in them 12 floors. They can't find themselves. One or two, they make like back, carry them up these back. If you see the whole size. Folks, hold on. It's done the sugar done now. It's done the sugar done now. I have seen many holes in my time. Is there a nice settle down, you know? At one time, I thought I was going to holology, be a holologist. I had a fascination with holes, so I spread this one, sir, in the nick of time. But I make a beeline, sir. So hole will kill you, That's one. If you see the hole size, the bulge have nothing but the hole. If you see this thing, I say, well, I should take one. He like dance with all kinds of dangers. You see? If you see this thing size, I say, well, look, story enough. And as well as I know, I tell him the whole thing, Shelley Douglas. Vesta Hardy, you send them by me. I tell the whole thing. You want to them St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Brazil? No. Send them by me. I tell them the story of this country. the Venezuelans themselves would sign a document saying that the arbitral war of 1899 rather, the Geneva Convention of 66, is full, final, and complete. So we got no more trouble with y'all. They would sign that. You show them the hole. Say, Maduro, see the hole there? You think you like a hole, no? We got a hole waiting for y'all. Don't show them nothing in the GDF. Don't show them a tank. Don't show them a drone. None of which we have. Don't show them a M16. You show them that hole. You would see Maduro walking, Ministry of the Presidency. Obviously the President said, even escape is your alone. Full, final, and complete. Is that the He wanted more to do the whole. Savage dish. I say, Lord, thou hast been my dwelling place in all generations. I miss the things of pops. So Father is still watching over me. Still watching over the eye. So these things must mean something. I want to be excited. I don't even know how I got there. I want to be excited when I see fiber optic submarine, fiber optic cable. But I had my experience in the past. Right? What if I have the name Sam Ramatar? I've had my experience with fiber optics and cables in the past. So I'm very hesitant. Once bitten, twice shy. Once bitten, twice shy. I hope it redounds. Right? When it makes me before, I was feeling fiber optic. I was feeling the optics. But thank you, Digicel. Nonetheless, I want to be feeling the optics. You see? Feeling the optics. All right. I don't talk. This country too upside down. When fiber optic cable come, you must feel it. Very elegant name. Fiber optic submarine. When you think your phone says pop, 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 you must feel that. Nobody mustn't tell you. You must say something different here. Right? Something different. You know, you come home and your wife do something. You don't really know as well. See, you just start to cover yourself. You say, baby, I like the shoes. Your hair look different. I see you growing, you get taller. Cover all your bases. You must feel something different. We pump it, 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 we pump it. But we feel that. Huh? Bantu King, when you pump, you don't feel something. When you pump in the oil, that is. You don't feel something. Guyana's not a real place. Guyana's not a real place. It's all kind of done stuck out here. How are we talking about Robeson? Huh? All kinds of done stuck. How are you talking about the bishop? Now look this fella here now. Look this fella, folks. The lesson of this story is, young people watching us, young people, Pamela's daughter and so on. When your parents are in the school, look, don't get back in the class and you making airplanes. You see? I saw some social cohesion the other day. I said, well, we got hope yet. The little early, but we got hope. I saw some folks send me a video. 2 students, a young Indo-Guyanese and what looks like an Afro-Guyanese. And oh man, you see, the more you live, the more you learn. The more you live, the more you learn. I said, the country in good hands, a little early. The little early. But we can go that. The little early. The little force, right? But don't tell me you never do nothing. So don't rush up to them. I'd fight you all for them. Don't tell me you never do nothing. Don't do it. Don't lie to me tonight. Y'all know when y'all went to school the things y'all do. Y'all know so many things y'all do. A lot of y'all run away. When I was in second form, I had this girl. They had a little room. All right. If night was done, y'all would run away. Make it out to y'all cheering as though y'all are such and much. And y'all know it's only by the awesome grace of God. Some of y'all in the straight and narrow. Right? You know, people got to stick together. Some of us swing on a couple poles and chandeliers and so on in our time. You know some second stories, windows and so on, we jump through. You know sometimes you were sent to school, you end the Metropole. Well, I can lose some people now. Sometimes you were sent to school, you in Astor. And you all behave like you all dropped from the Bible. Come on now. The little 4 stripe and trouble. When I saw that, I said, listen, when your parents send you to school, don't be involved in things you're not supposed to be involved in at this age. You're making planes at the back of the car. Our brother going to Rural Region 7. And I don't know if he thought he was on a private airline. I don't know if he thought he was on his own private jet. But he's trying to carry through some marijuana. You only allowed this, what, 3 grams? Help me out. Joylin Cook is now you already seen Strand in what's the top? Is in pit or is in house? It's not pit or is in house. I didn't see you, Joylin. Folks, my God. And we only went for watch movie, you know, you had 2 kind of movie happening. 2 kind of movie happening. You had the movie. Oh, and then you had us. You carry your little girlfriend in that thing there. It's trouble, you know. When I go ask Astor used to make a wicked egg ball. I see Rohi one or 2 times outside. You remember? Yeah, it was Rohi. Right? If you didn't have an egg ball and a cokes in that movie they hit it right. That movie didn't slap it right. You had one movie on the screen. Oh my Lord. If tell neighbor, I can meet you in Astor. Strand, Metropole. Remember the corridor, the axis of evil? You remember the axis of evil? Is it Wellington or King Street? Remember the axis of evil? Metropole one side, Strand one side. Well, Astor, Strand up the street, Metropole, Astor. Yeah, and then you bust on Kitty. Look, story now. The things that happen in that one in Kitty, the books we can write. It's a church now. Lord, God has sense of humor. It's a church now. So we did a couple things. You see, he tried to go marijuana. Right? Make a carrot now. You got plenty of marijuana in New Amsterdam prison and so on. Plenty. You think this country easy? Before you go and do the little work, he won't carry marijuana and ganja and so on board. Jesus have mercy. Lord. but like he had some. From this photograph, I was thinking like he had a little bit. Right? You remember Clinton said he or was it Obama? Right? He smoked pot, but he inhaled it. You can tell he inhaled some. My brother, don't lie to us. Be big. Be big. Don't lie to us. You inhale some. Right? You know, now that I'm an older person, not too old, 24. Now that I'm 35, right? I mean, pushing 45. Yes, now that I'm older, I say, I'm a real stupid boy. I'm a real stupid. Some things you try to pull on your parents. Huh? I'm so grateful looking back. The many times my mother allowed me to get away with murder. She saw through the thing, eh? She saw through the thing. You can only appreciate it looking back. You know, some things your own kids bring to you now. You say, look at you here. Right? The only thing that's keeping me and you have a kind of front page in the morning is the Lord Jesus Christ. You send your spirit, child, go and sin no more. Because if I bad with you today, me and you see, MP, I can see it now. MP, EFC General Secretary massacres. I said, child, go and sin no more. You see, Jesus makes a difference. And I hope, right? I hope that David McDonald accepts him as his Lord and Savior and live victoriously. This ganja thing I'm working out. Accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and live victoriously. Serving me well these many years. Nice time. Look this one here now. Look this one. Nice time. Things tight in this country. How am I feeling? Ventures. This country nice bad, folks. I wouldn't trade this country for no place on earth. Guyana, sorry, it's all Patrician Republic. Guyana is the greatest country on earth. You see, when you see people do certain things, you see like how these people here will now go before the police and so on. How do the police understand? When you listen to a budget like we have heard, and you realize nothing in there for you, you need something to take you out of this place, you know. Oh, you got to walk that you know that. Right? And the only reason why I'm telling you all, I'm not in that boat because I trust in the Most High. So I don't need another high. The light one, Abira, I don't need no other high. I already in touch with the source of the Most High. Right? But look, look story here now. Nice time. Right? Look what people need to get by in this country. One family, you know, they get ecstasy. Right? They get cocaine, well, teen gel. Right? And then they get a little McDonald. Who they just go on the plane? They got a little McDonald. They overfilling. How much dangerous? It pension. They got a little McDonald. The marijuana. One house, you know. Huh? I tell the police a truth. If it were a lie, I would have told you so. These people not trafficking. It's cope with Guyana. They're trying to cope. If you got a stomach a budget, the one we have heard, read for 7 hours, but the man will run away. He had the balls. He had the testicle of fortitude. He ran away weak. Right? You would be the same. So this family, they get ecstasy. They're chasing down with the white girl, the white angel. You see? And then, for dessert, Jesus have mercy. They got a little McDonald. Folks, a husband and wife arrested. Money got for Mech. And they will tell the authorities just a little bit ashamed to print it. Listen, things tight. This girl walking. We got shop. The son walking. The daughter walking. Ends up meeting. You see? So he said we can make a hustle. We mean nothing, officer. It's a hustle. We say around these parts. You can't do the time. Don't do the crime. But I understand. You see? Unlawful activity, but with reason. But with explanation, Your Honor. Ecstasy, cocaine, nice time. But who? Eh? That's how much feet people want to have the ground at. 1.146 trillion feet. I want to see what happening in this place here. I want to see them. How high you can carry me? Eh? How high? Give him a little McDonald. Give him a little white angel. Give him a little nice time. God of mercy. That's what people have been forced to come to. I have never seen so much of ecstasy floating around. I've never seen so much of cocaine floating around. I have never seen so much of marijuana. Just this morning, on our morning's broadcast, we're talking about $235 million in marijuana. You don't have anybody got a kind of land in this country. But we never know who planted it. You see? The investigations don't run so deep. They can start running that deep when we get the 12th story. When we get the 12th story, Karen McDonald, Bell Crawford, they will start running so deep. You see? Yeah. Nice time. Nice time. That's what's happening with people in this country. For your information, we got learn Spanish. It was an edict. I got watch my enunciation now. It was a proclamation. Because y'all can think it's a cyber virtual. It was an edict. Enunciation. Edict. You see, we gotta learn the Spanish. For your information. Look story now. Since them boys come back, see, James Singh trying. But you think more than he, the flooding he out now. 461 million worth of illicit drugs. They had a canoe telling us taking off the street last year. We know that to pass through. 10 times, 15, 20 times that. 50 times that pass through. 461 million worth. How do you think all them cocaine meeting on all them airlines all around the world emanating from Guyana? Because things passing through here. But this is what they've let. This probably is 0.2% of what's happening out there. 461 million taken off the street. But like some can give to cousin next door. She got ecstasy, marijuana, cocaine. Like guess she saw. And then McDonald, he had some too. Going to Rima. Wow. That's all these. Wow. Nice time. I want to say thanks to what the work Kanu's doing. Not all of them. We know some of them involved in the thing themselves. The hard-working, professional people of the set we have at Kanu. Kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all. What are we going to say with this budget now? Huh? What are we going to say Ashley budget? I can tell them some things next week. Lord help me. Lord help me. I got some things on my chest. It's not just mucus. I got some things on my chest. You see? Not just fat. We can get off next week. You think it's easy in this country? Yeah? People will be pushing ecstasy and cocaine for making it in this economy. Your eyes pass, people. Your eyes pass. You want to tell people the election and who rig and who rig and who rig? Huh? I got a couple things I can tell Ashley next week. Look this. People don't run from good. Jack, you want to force down the throats of this nation this gas to show project. How come Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, how come the Oracle of Omaha, they're not running for British gas resource action? Nobody's calling. So much so, we now have to invest 80 billion for this gas to show project. It is not Jack your money. Oh, but it's easy if he say, hey. Friends, family, oh, it's transformational. They tell me the same thing about Skeleton. Oh, it's transformation. They tell me the same thing about Jagger International. Oh, it's transformation. They tell me the same thing about the fiber optic cable. Oh, it's transformation. They tell me the same thing about the one laptop for family. Where are we for it? Huh? Corruption, nepotism, wickedness. That's all. But look how they can spend this money. Like it's nobody's business. 80 billion. And monies have already been given there. Right? So maybe now we are 200, 250, 300 billion done invested in this project. Oh, electricity is going to be lowered. When? That's what they tell us Skelter was supposed to do. Our brothers and sisters living under quarantine. Oh, they're going to have cheap rates. They're still waiting. They're still holding on. What has happened to that transformational project? The Skelter modernization project. We haven't sold a pound of sugar at profitability as yet. We haven't sold a pound. Good folks, the closer. Before we go, the closer. That bridge in Linden. Let me circle back there. See, we care. They blow that up. Oh, we're building you all a bridge. Afternoon, they're giving you all 2 lane. We're giving you all 4 lane. That's how we love y'all. But see, when the love is put to the test, they have always been found wanting. And that's the difference. That is the fundamental difference. Here you have a bridge in the mining town of Linden. A man tried to fix it. Some quack they bring from some place. And instead of rectifying the problem, typical contractor of this government, he made the problem worse. I hear somebody say, Bamia Primary School. He makes it even worse. The drivers are complaining. Right? And of course, the cameras are off, the lights dimmed. And so the real people come out, the PPP. And they're listening no more. They don't care no more, folks. The closer. The deputy mayor of Linden, the deputy mayor of the municipality of Linden, Dominic Blair, the mayor of Linden, Sharma Salman, and what they're doing, you know, small problem, why can't we just rectify it? We got to fight. All our lives, we have to fight.
Hi, sure. Thanks for coming to Linden. Once again, thanks for coming to respect with us. This is a matter that was the discomfort to apply the trade and it's our text in the community. We, as the municipality, the mayor, right now acting, this was brought to my attention. Traffic in the community. And so I was called in and some concerns disrespectful bridge.
Talk to us about that.
Business bridge. So as of now, I was I think to Mr. Radford, and Mr. Radford stated that they're doing work. Substandard work. I mean, substandard work. This was a concern.
This is Mr. Odwin Rutherford, who is in charge of NISTL in Linden.
Yes, exactly. We at the council, we have two councils. We raised at our bridge committee. As far as they have been reluctant to answer these questions, the mayor and so myself had engaged Mr. Radford, because we see a contractor on the bridge. We might not competent. We had competent people before. We were asking what happened to the competent person before, because we have experienced this irregularity. So right now, we're still engaging with them. The driver's cards out there, we stand in solidarity with the driver. Whatever decision they make, we understand their frustration, and we want to ensure that we want things back smoothly, things go back smoothly. As they are planning a strike, and we're asking them to be considerate, but it's been frustrating. I remember understanding I had a conversation with the minister. The minister was very disrespectful to the drivers.
What? This is the Minister of Public Works?
Yes. I heard that.
Bishop Van Edgel?
And So this again is a warning to the community, and the community at hand right now is from this issue is kind of what being affected, and we want to ensure that everything is happening in a fair and transparent manner. So again, sure, thanks again for coming to Linden. And thanks for coming and join the fight with us. We are here and still having some engagement with delegates concerning that. They said they were compensated to an extent, but that was not an agreement. They asked for the bridge to be looked at because they have I'm not a technical, I'm not being clear. They had engineering advice and they have methods taken to have this matter rectified. But again, the government will be reluctant to having this done.
Let me just say the drivers are part of our stakeholder group, and with so much respect the drivers in our community. I want to thank them for the service provided for the public transportation. But in that same concern, as representatives of people in this community, we understand their frustration. That as members of the Wismar McKenzie Bridge Board, the municipality we have brought to the attention since in the month of September and October, the way the bridge is being managed under the management of NISIL, and we have brought to the attention of the management four very important matters, from the general management at NISIL to the distribution of the contract to the contractor that was given, to the tendering process and how that was done and how they arrived at that contractor, the quality of works being done on the bridge so that we can do an assessment and carry out a feasibility study to understand the state of the bridge and to understand the structural integrity of that bridge. Those were matters brought to the attention of the board, of which the council is with two members on that board. And to date, I can say to you, Sheriff, not one of those recommendations forwarded to the board we've had any substantive or any suitable response from the board and its chairperson in relation to those concerns. But what we have today, we have that same board that persists and went ahead with the same contractor, and what you have today, suffering drivers, because we identified since then that the tendering process was one to question, where we probably saw family, friends, and favorite being given those contracts, and in questioning that, you see the wisdom of the council in questioning where the incompetence of the contractor is now showing up in the quality of works provided at that bridge. And I think the drivers and every Linden is within their right to formally object to the quality of works being conducted, and further to take their action to ensure that those who are giving us that quality of work, they're first held responsible at NISIL. So those who are in charge and did not heed our advice should go home. And those who are working on that bridge, the contract should be taken away and given to somebody else that can do the work, as recommended by the council. So I want the residents to know that we are since September, October on this matter. We have recognized the cries of our residents, more so the stakeholders and our drivers, and we intend to take this matter forward than where it is at the moment to ensure not only they get compensated for damages incurred by their transportation, but so that they can get the sort of service to ensure we get quality work at the bridge that is being done. And we intend to do that, especially as members of the bridge committee, with one of the main stakeholders in the town of Linden.
Yep, there you have it. One only Sharma Solomon, his worship. That's going to do it for us at this end, folks. That's our time. Each and every one of you, Norma Jones, Dan Abrams, Tony Hack, Karen, Norma, good to have you here. Speaking truth to power, we see you there as well. Alison Cortez, Angela Jordan, Angela, coming, Angela, Audrey and Donna, Lester and Jamal, we see you there. Thanks for joining us this evening, folks. That's our time.